Forgotten ex-champ should be driving Dana White crazy to save UFC 310, says Bisping as he plots Edwards' title route. The UFC are exploring multiple options for a new UFC 310 main event. Former UFC welterweight champion Leon Edwards has been told he should be driving Dana White crazy to save the promotion's final pay-per-view card of the year. UFC 310 was set to be headlined by a 170-pound title fight between newly crowned champion Belal Muhammad and the undefeated Shavkat Rakhmonov, but the card's showpiece bout was thrown into disarray late last month when Muhammad withdrew from his maiden title defense due to a bone infection in one of his toes. The UFC are scrambling to find a replacement opponent for Rakhmonov, and Sunsport understands an interim title could end up being introduced. Former long-reigning titleholder Kamaru Usman is in the mix to replace Muhammad, despite being on a 3-fight skid. But TNT Sports pundit Michael Bisping reckons fellow Brit Edwards should be badgering White and the rest of the brass to replace Muhammad. He told Sunsport, "He's still a young man, I think he's 32. He's still got a lot of time left in this sport. Fight Shavkat. Say, screw it, let's do it. Let's do a 5 to 6 week camp. Let's roll the dice. Put me in, Dana. Put me in, coach." He should be calling Dana White up and driving him crazy right now. Edwards, 33, hasn't fought since losing the title to Muhammad at UFC 304 in June. He immediately set his sights on a winter return to kickstart a second run to the title, which he defended twice before his decision defeat to Muhammad. And Bisping reckons stepping in on short notice to halt Kazakh killer Rakhmonov's flawless run to welterweight gold would be the perfect way for Edwards to earn a shot at redemption. The Count said, "As you say, he's kind of been forgotten about all of a sudden. That's probably because Leon's a quiet guy. He keeps himself to himself. He doesn't do a lot of interviews, and he's not the type of guy to go out there and get all crazy and say some outlandish things that do get you headlines, that do get you talked about. Leon does his talking inside the octagon. It's as simple as that. It's a shame that this happened so close to the fight. Had it been a few weeks earlier, would have said Leon Edwards, put your name in, and contact the UFC and say you versus Shavkat. Because that's the perfect fight for Leon. If he beats Shavkat Rakhmonov, all of a sudden, he gets a rematch with Belal Muhammad. Look at what Kamaru did against Khamzat Chimaev. That has aged really nicely since Khamzat went out there and destroyed Robert Whittaker. So what Leon did to Kamaru speaks volumes, and Leon obviously wants to be the champion again.